Friday Night Magic is your local Magic hangout where everyone is welcome. Gather your friends at your favorite game store every Friday night. For more info, visit magic.wizards.com/FNM.
Hello friends, welcome back to round 2 coverage here of the Community Super League. Graham and I, or rather Loading Ready Run and I, just had a sweet match. I'm sorry, Game 3 was not as exciting as, oh my, what?
This is so embarrassing.
This is unacceptable. We came to the ball in the same dress.
I mean, both our
Anyways.
decks were crazy tokens, so...
Yeah, no, I didn't even consider the Geist Blast with Rise from the Tides.
I'm so glad we got to do that. I know we lost the match, but I think both our decks were awesome, and I'm so glad that we got to do, Rise into copy with Geist Blast.
Yeah, because it only takes, 4 mana if you have your brain in the jar on 6 when you do it. So 1 to use the brain, and then 3 to kick the Geist Blast.
Yup.
Yeah.
And then in Game 2, that was super relevant, because you had to... We're like, well, even if he has a counterspell, we at least get one of these to work.
Yeah, no, Game 2 was crazy. Like, I had to draw the last clue producer. I had to get the second harvest. I had to wait for you guys to tap out because I figured you probably had another count. I don't know. How many counters were you guys running? You had scatters and you had clashes?
Yeah, we had scatters and clashes, and then we boarded in a couple negates as well.
Oh, and the negates, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, your creatures are not the scary part, except for all those tokens in the third game. But it's the, we're like, it's the non-creature spells that are somehow going to kill us. And then we were sort of sitting there going, he's not attacking with Tireless Tracker. So what's the plan? And then you played Gear Per Aether Grid. It's like, oh no.
Self-imposed Tireless Tracker has Defender rule. It can block.
That's what I guessed, yeah. That's sort of what I figured.
I figured, that's a little bit too good for a Brewer's Challenge. But anyways, next match we have up is going to be the Girlfriend Bracket and Magic the Amateuring. It is going to be, quote-unquote, mad as a box of frogs for the Girlfriend Bracket. And Blue-Red, Alhammarret's Archive. Oh, I think they came up with a name for it.
As Hammer Time, was it? Or something?
Hammer Time.
Stop Alhammarret Time.
Ah, there it is. All right, here's the deck list for the Magic the Amateuring.
So their build-around, of course, was Alhammarret's Archive.
Right, and if you look at the deck list, what do you see that combos with it?
Well, I mean, things that,
Draw cards.
Or things that care about drawing cards, Yeah. Got Jorien there,
that's kinda
Jace.
Cool.
Yeah.
Looks like
Fiery
the win condition
Impulse.
is what, Sphinx's tutelage?
I think so. Oh, that's a good
it could
point.
be the visions too. It could,
yeah.
Burn the opponent out.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a thing.
And the I'm just giving this a real good look. I like the one of pour over the pages.
Jace, a real staple of any brewer that wants to play standard these days, at least in any blue deck. Jorien though, Jorien's pretty sweet. Let's take a look at the Girlfriend Brackets deck.
Yeah, this is mad as a box of frogs. Their build around. Again, I'm sure they said this at the beginning, but of course we all had to draft our build arounds. Theirs was the Gitrog Monster.
Oh my gosh, they have a lot of one-ofs.
They get good frog. Yeah, wow. Mind Rack Demon, Den Protector, Sylvan Advocate, Ulvenwald Hydra, Obnixilis. Wow.
So both of these decks kind of look like actual decent standard decks. I
feel like this will be a good matchup then.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. It's but they've kind of gone on the side of turn 2 Painter Servant, kill you with Grindstone, as opposed to the do the Elks. They went for less flavor and more for, I think, solid, good synergies.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, again, the Brewmaster voting isn't necessarily flavor based.
Sure.
I want to make that clear, because I don't think your deck or my deck actually made sense flavor wise. You've got your Tireless Trackers and Gear Per Aether Grids, but Tamiyo's Journal, no. But they're sweet. They're sweet brews, right? And that's I'm really enjoying all the decks that are showing up this week. Yes, obviously that was a typo. There's not 31 dead weights in their deck. Sorry, chat's like 31 dead weights. That's an interesting technique.
That was one of the rules. If anybody plays deadweight, they can run as many copies as they want.
It's weird. It's just how Brewers Challenge goes.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't have to be flavorful. That's correct. As long as you're building around your card. So for your Brain in the Jar deck, I don't even know if you had any creatures, right?
No, we had no creatures. It was so the only creatures we could make basically were we had some awakened spells like Coastal Discovery and Scatter to the Winds, and mostly it was just the Rise from the Tides.
So everything was an instant and sorcery for the Brain in the Jar.
Yeah, and we got to do because that was put together by Cam, and who actually was here when we were playing, but had to leave for the commentary portion. We got to do what he really wanted to do, which was put it up to 6, cast Rise from the Tides, copy with Geist Blast, then untap into Volcanic Vision to wipe your board, and then get in with that was operating at peak parameters.
I thought I might have a chance while the Wolves were alive.
Needs lands to go off, really.
I thought I had a chance while the Moles were alive, and then you're just like, no, Visions, jar up to 7, get back my Rise. And you had, I don't even know how many freaking zombies you had at that point, but yeah, just like my deck. Every single card in my deck investigated or had synergy with clues, so that's what the Gitrog was there for.
But in the battle of the Gitrog Monster versus the Alhammarret's Archive, we are ready to go. So let's head down to the game.
Alrighty, here we are for the match between Magic the Amateuring. Stop! Alhammarret time. Anyways, the girlfriend bracket on the bottom with Box of Frogs. And honestly, this looks like 2 normal standard decks right now. So the girlfriend bracket mulliganing their first hand into looks like an unkeepable 6 because it has
the one-lander, yeah.
Wow, Magic the Amateuring with a sweet draw. They have mono 3 drops, but they have 3 lands, double tutelage, the Visions, and a Fiery Temper.
Ooh, girlfriend bracket looks like they keep on 5, again with a one-lander. That's rough.
Yeah, and they're on the play too, so they're not going to get that important extra draw. Oh, Tormenting Voice off the top for Magic the Amateuring. All right, I gotta say, I think I like Stop Alhammarret time a little bit more than Box of Frogs.
Well, in
the name wise.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I was like, I thought you meant how they were performing at the moment, which is, the Multi 5 is real. Oh, but they've drawn out of it. Runner land. Never didn't have it.
And now they have Read the Bones and Nissa to get out. So this is actually going to be a game.
Oh yeah. Now are they going to run out Nissa into the Fiery Impulse? Probably. I don't think they have an option here, really. I guess they could Read the Bones.
Read the Bones, yeah.
Well, this gets another land as well.
I mean, I assume Read the Bones gets a land. You can potentially look at 4 new cards.
Yeah, true.
They don't have a solid 4-drop to or a 3 and a 1. All right, what are we going to see? Tutelage or Visions first?
Tutelage.
Oh, man, Tutti Frutti.
Wow.
Oh, now we know why. Girlfriend bracket mold on purpose to have less cards in there, or more cards in the library.
It's perfect. It's the next level technique.
Boom. Solved it.
Mind blown, format broken.
Double Visions on top and double tutelage. Jeez. That's kind of nasty.
Now, the brewing is not about flavor specifically, but that is Alhammarret. He is the Sphinx in question on Sphinx's tutelage, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's some value there.
Some bonus flavor value. That's not bad.
Ooh, wow, that was a decent... Remember, Sphinx's tutelage doesn't just mill 2. If it hits 2 cards of the same type, it does it again. So it looks like they hit 4 green cards before they whiffed on color pair.
Wow.
So that milled 6 cards by itself. Oh,
and they're just going hard. They're just going hard with the tutelage. Toot. All aboard the mill train.
Okay, but the Gitrog Monster's coming down right on curve, and with an Evolving Wilds in hand and some ways to get other lands back.
Very nice.
Wowie caboodles. We'll see if... Oh no, the tutelages are going to put lands in the graveyard for Monster!
Wowie
so they're gonna
caboodles.
Draw extra, it's like a loop. They're going to draw extra cards, and they're going to mill faster.
Sorry, can we go back to Wowie caboodles has been called?
Did I say that? I don't remember.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, well, Wowie caboodles. This is happening.
That's good. Own it. So what?
Oh, no. Tormenting Voice, discarding Just the Wind.
Discarding Just the Wind, paying Madness, returning Returning the frog. Oh! Should have cracked the Evolving Wilds there.
That was me throwing up and kind of a sound of a frog as well, so it's like a dual purpose. You get
Nice. No, that's good. Solid. I like it.
All right. Remember, Sorry, go ahead.
Just looking at how many cards. There's now 23 cards in the Girlfriend Bracket graveyard.
No, that's in our library. Oh, and graveyard. Oh, I'm sorry.
24 in their library, yeah.
23 in their graveyard. So the Gitrog Monster, actually a liability versus the Sphinx's tutelage.
Yeah.
It's kind of insane. Kind of loving it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, where's Kermit? Gotta get Kermit in this action. He's pretty happy. What's Kermit's phrase again? What does he say?
Yay, mostly.
Oh,
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, okay, I'm not even gonna try to do the voice. Get out of here, Kermit. Jesus.
Reporting live from the Community Super League.
Oh my god, it's too good. It's too good. I don't remember. Are they forced to play the Gitrog Monster here if they have it?
That's just a Randy in chat. Odds that Graham also has a Kermit. I don't, but I have a puppet. It's just in the other room. I'd have to get up and get it. So the Girlfriend Bracket weighing their various options here. What can one Gitrog Monster do against such reckless mill? I mean, what would your play be here with what they have in hand?
I mean, I think you're supposed to just play your card out every time, but otherwise maybe Green Warden can get something back. If we look at their list, what do they have? They have no way to deal with enchantments.
Ooh.
So that's good.
Yeah, your rootouts, sideboarded rootouts proved pretty useful.
They were pretty nice.
Yeah.
And remember, they investigate.
I know. Everything in your deck investigates.
Actually, all they have is a 1 of duress, but that's too late now.
Yeah, they do have Delirium. Someone pointed out they certainly have Delirium.
Oh, they have World Breaker. They have 1 World Breaker in the deck.
Okay. That would work. For one of the tutelages. Again, we are dealing with a toot situation.
So conditionally, they would need 2 more lands, one of them colorless, and World Breaker in their hand. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Froggy's down.
Well, there's the colorless land.
Oh god, this is so bad. The Gitrog Monster just gets owned by tutelage. Like trigger, mill 2 lands, draw 2 cards, trigger. Oh god. This is not good.
Is there World Breaker in their graveyard? I don't see it. So
Odds
it's theoretically.
Odds are it is, but it is not.
No, okay. So again, theoretically live to killing one of the Sphinx's tutelages.
Okay.
Is the card draw on Gitrog Monster a May?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's not.
Yep, just says draw a card. All right, so the Fevered Vision's coming down. That's going to draw an extra card for Magic the Amateuring at the end of their turn, which is going to trigger, again, both of the tutelages, which could potentially trigger the Gitrog Monster, which means I expect the Girlfriend Bracket to probably not survive this next turn.
With 13 cards left in their library? That's an ominous number.
Triskaidekaphobia for deck?
Yeah.
Triska deck?
I
tried. I'm sorry. Hey, that was your card, so you got it.
I know. That was our spoiler card. It's true.
Right, they milled 4 with the sorry. They milled 4 total. Okay, so they didn't hit a double pair, but they hit a land, which means Monster drew an extra card. And then they have to sacrifice a land, which means they have to draw an extra card.
Monster gets to get in this turn, so that's something. They could cast Dark Petition to go looking through the 6 remaining cards in their library.
I think
they have Spell Mastery, so that's value.
Is it Terravore? That's what they need. They need a Terravore Gitrog Monster.
You're gonna have to remind me what the hell that is.
It's one of the Lodogoyf creatures from Odyssey block. Let's see.
Oh, of course, that old chestnut.
Power and toughness are each equal to the number of land cards in all graveyards.
Okay, yeah, that would be great here.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the World Breaker.
Okay.
There's the World Breaker.
But they only have 5 cards left in their library.
but they've bought themselves twice as much time as they had before.
Which might be the same clock if it mills 2 of the same color.
Yes.
Or 2 land.
That is correct.
It's okay, though. The frog got in. Damage has been taken. All is not lost. Oh, and they draw a card off the Vision's end of turn, and they take 2 damage. Look at this. Who needs lands when you can just play 3-mana enchantments?
Is there any way...
The worst part is they can't discard lands, otherwise they draw more cards. Oh.
I'm just trying to figure out if there's any way that they can actually force through 14 damage next turn.
They don't get a next turn.
No, I don't think they do get a next turn. They have 11 power on the board, but that's not going to be quite a second Fevered Visions now.
I really wanted to just see the Magic the Amateuring just somehow discard enough Fiery Tempers to burn them out.
From 16?
Yeah. Oh no! The Gitrog Monster actually means they lose on the Magic the Amateuring's turn because they try to draw a card on an empty board. Or an empty library.
Oh,
I've seen enough here.
wow.
All right. So Magic the Amateuring with their 3-land double Sphinx's tutelage draw.
With their utterly demoralizing stop Alhammarret time.
A lot of cards coming out for the girlfriend bracket. Box of Frogs didn't get cracked.
In case it wasn't mentioned last round, of course, we're obligated not to board out our 4 build-around cards, because otherwise what's the point?
Exactly. All right. Sideboard.
What do you think about the value of just adding their entire sideboard and more land?
Actually, you can't add more
No,
land.
you can't have more land, but just their whole board.
And just how many lands are they running in their main? 26?
It puts the ratios maybe not the best, but...
Not the best at all. Then you're running a 75, 20... Ooh. I think it hurts you more just to put all those in. Plus, cards like Languish are just dead anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah, there's no more demoralizing way to lose a game of Magic.
Oh, wait. Orbs of Warding and Naturalize are in their sideboard.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. So they do have Naturalize on the board. That's good.
A 1 of Naturalize and a 1 of Orbs of Warding. Orbs of Warding... Ooh, actually, I don't know. Sphinx's tutelage might not actually target.
I feel like it...
Target opponent. It does. Okay.
Okay. I really want to see Orbs of Warding get there.
So if they have Orbs of Warding in their opening hand, it's like a snap keep.
Also, that's one of the... we comment on this frequently on our Magic podcast. The card names that are terrible for commentary purposes.
Wait, Graham, what's the name of your Magic podcast?
Why, it's Tap Tap Concede, Kenji. Thank you for asking. Available on youtube.com/loadingreadyrun. But yeah, Orbs of Warding is a real mouthful for doing coverage.
Orbs of Warding.
Orbs of Warding.
Toy boat.
It's not as bad as River Wheel Aerialists.
Ooh, River Wheel Aerialist. Is that the 4/5 flyer?
Yeah, with prowess.
Nice. All right. Ooh. So the girlfriend bracket, unfortunate mulligans here, but they're keeping the 6-lander.
This seems
sorry,
sweet.
6-carder.
This is a good hand for them, I think. Magic the Amateuring has Alhammarret's archive, so hopefully we'll get to see that actually hit the table.
And they drew the Wandering Fumarole, it looks like, off the top for that turn 2 Jace potential. All right, well, they're just going to have to go Evolving Wilds into Evolving Wilds. If they... No, I guess Pitiless Horde is not that good versus Fiery Temper. It's a 5/3.
True, but, I mean, they don't necessarily have Fiery Temper.
True.
I mean, we know they don't, but...
Well, they're also going to be drawing a million cards, so...
Yeah.
I think they're debating whether or not to use... Oh, no. Of course you don't... Yeah, so they topped a forest with their Scry, so they don't want to use the Evolving Wilds here, especially since they don't have a 2-drop anyways.
Right.
Like, they just want to draw this forest.
Mm-hmm.
I think you wanted to play another Evolving Wilds there. Maybe? So you could have 3 mana untap next turn?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that's right. Pulse of Marasa can also get lands back, so they could have went Evolving Wilds, Forest, get back my Evolving Wilds.
That's true. I do that all the time, though. Just force of habit, click the land you draw, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just like, all right, play the land.
It's actually kind of silly how important land sequencing is, but they knew it was on top. That's why.
Still went for the wilds.
Okay.
So they're looking for... Yeah, I guess they're still going to go for the horde next turn and then follow up with the monster. With Gitrog's monster.
If they draw another land, yeah. Jorien off the top of the Jace Bryn's Prodigy, or loot rather.
Now, Alhammarret's Archive is 5 mana.
Yes. And it does nothing by itself immediately.
Is Magic the Amateuring going to get to 5 mana?
Well,
last game they had 3, I want to say.
They got up to a lot. They got up to like 4. Well, with the visions here, they're gonna be drawing extra cards. So
yeah.
All right. Ooh, Duress.
Ooh,
that's not bad.
You could Pitiless Horde and Duress.
Yeah.
Actually, Duress is probably a good idea.
Do you take the visions or the archive? It's probably got to be visions.
I think visions is probably correct, but in a Brewer's Challenge, I might just try to take their actual brew card.
Just the Wind is going to be pretty good versus that Pitiless Horde too. Man, I wonder if they're supposed to duress the Just the Wind.
I don't know.
And just hope. Pitiless is more like pitiful right now, am I right?
Are you? I think you're right. I actually don't know.
Sad face.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what the girlfriend bracket gets here.
All right. Very warm in this hat.
It is. It is very warm. Where's yours from?
A fan sent it to us. I think with the intent that we would have a hat like yours. So, where's yours from?
A thing called the Warrior Dash.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they have that up in Canada, but you know. All right.
We have polar bear swims.
Ooh, when do those happen?
Generally in December, sort of like a mid-December kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't know why. I mean, the ocean is the same temperature all year round here. It just makes it suck to get out of the water.
All right, looks like they ended up taking the visions, which means Just the Wind is going to be pretty sad face on the Pitiless Horde.
Mm-hmm. Now, if they hit, if the girlfriend bracket hits their land, they get to Gitrog on curve.
Oh my gosh, value. Jorien into loot with Jace, discard Just the Wind, draw an extra card!
Whoa! Oh, the sequencing.
Oh my gosh.
Spicy.
Dude, this is value if I've ever seen it. Yeah, it's a lot harder to build around 5 mana artifacts. Let me tell you.
I can imagine. I think you've both done pretty well with it.
Because everything else you want to do is generally cheaper, and so you're just like, I've done everything already. 5 mana artifact, go. All right, well, looks like the girlfriend bracket did draw their 5th land. Might we see a frog? Oh, another Just the Wind was the draw off of the Jorien trigger, by the way.
Oh, that's rough. The frog lives. The Gitrog Monster is live and in effect.
Oh no, they gotta go visions
for how
into
long?
Jace, discard Just the Wind, draw another card again. I can't handle this. It's too much value.
It's just the right amount of value. Oh no, they're not. They're doing this first.
Oh, I guess either way works, right? Because
that's true.
the Jorien's already on the battlefield.
Oh no, it looks like they're considering pitching in the Evolving Wilds.
How dare they? Get your value, please. Excuse me.
I believe you were supposed to get your value.
All right, well, they can
okay,
Tormenting
they're gonna-
Voice and discard.
I guess that
them.
also works, yeah.
This is so much less. It's not mana efficient.
It is pretty hateful against the Gitrog Monster, though, so...
Like, a normal frog I can see bouncing with wind, but how do you bounce a 6/6 frog?
A lot of wind. I mean, they've used 2. You know, you need like some gale force, like tornado level.
I just want to say, look what they drew off the Tormenting Voice.
Another just the wind. See? That's how much wind you need.
My God, it's beautiful. Oh, and they had 8 cards in hand, but they get to discard the Fiery Temper off of the Fevered Visions trigger. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
I would like to see them actually cast the archive next turn.
Dude, that's why they played Tormenting Voice instead of the Visions. They knew they were going to draw the Fiery Temper. They knew they were going to have to discard. They left that 1 red mana open. Bam! Madness, baby. I can't handle it.
So, do you just run the frog back? It looks like they're considering getting Mr. Nixilis down.
All right.
Destroying, or I assume destroying Jace or Jorian. Jace, there he goes. All right, that works.
Funny thing is, the Visions is going to trigger now after they pass, and the Visions can just kill off Nixilis.
Oh, right. Redirect the damage to the Planeswalker. Well, still, 5 mana kill Jace is not the worst trade in the world.
Yeah, kill Jace, gain 2 life.
Yep.
All right, another Jorian off the top for Magic the Amateuring.
So I'm sure there's some great lines of play that they could do here. You know, there's Jace and good. That's what I wanted to see. Alhammarret's Archive. So what does Alhammarret's Archive do? Now that it's actually on the table, if you would gain life, you gain twice that much life. That's nice. If you would draw a card, except for the first one in each turn, you draw 2 cards instead.
But wait, with the Visions, it's going to trigger right now!
In fact, they now have to discard. But it is
luckily.
legendary, so they could discard their other Alhammarret's Archive. Or just Jace, because who needs Jace when you have Alhammarret's Archive?
They know that the one that's on the battlefield might die, and they're like, no, we need this backup. We need the backup.
Exactly.
So good.
So next turn, now that stacks, correct? Because next turn they draw their card for the turn, and then they can cast Tormenting Voice, and instead of drawing 2 cards, they could draw 4 cards.
Correct. And then they could cast another Visions, which would trigger Jorian, and then they would draw 2 cards, and then the Visions would trigger at the end of their turn, and they would draw 4 cards.
I like all the things you're saying. These are all good words.
Yes. Basically, they're... You know, if the Girlfriend bracket had like 50 life, we could see Magic the Amateuring deck themselves.
That would also be kind of funny.
Of course, that's not the case, and they would eventually draw a tutelage anyway, but
Yeah.
a man can dream. All right.
That's true. It's surprising that we haven't seen any of the... Because they have 4 of Sphinx's tutelage, don't they?
Yeah. I'll double check.
Oh, wait. I have the deck list literally right in front of me.
They do. Actually,
Yes,
they have
they
a
do.
lot of 4-ofs.
Yeah.
4 Archives, 4 Tutelage, 4 Visions, 4 Jace, 4 Jorian, 4 Fiery Impulse, 4 Tormenting Voice, 4 Fiery Temper, 4... Yeah. Those are the spells.
1 Pour Over the Pages. In fact, yeah. Sphinx's tutelage is, I think, the only card in their deck we haven't seen a copy of, apart from the Singleton Pour.
All right, Sylvan Advocate. It is now a 4/5.
Following up with
Pulse of
Rasa.
Rasa on their land. Okay. Gain 6.
In 6, get the Evolving Wilds back. This seems sweet.
Only 1 Pulse of Rasa in the list for the Girlfriend bracket, though.
They've now drawn a second Gitrog Monster.
Also legendary, to note.
Cast the Tormenting Voice. Draw 4 cards. It's not even good. I just want to see them do it.
If they had a tutelage
Yes.
on the battlefield, that would be... Oh, no.
Yes.
Girlfriend bracket just... The wind. It's just the wind, man.
It's just the wind. It's just the wind. This has been a rough couple of games for the girlfriend bracket, I gotta say.
Jorian triggers draw 2 lands because of Alhammarret's Archive. Tormenting Voice, draw 2, is going to then draw 4. Oh my gosh. So we're going to see Jason probably Visions. Then draw a million more. Jace. Oh, they already played a land? Oh, boo. They don't get to play an extra Visions.
If you cast Tormenting Voice with Pyromancer's Goggles,
Okay, go on.
with an archive out, you draw 8 cards?
That sounds about right. Tormenting Voice, copy with Goggles. That's 4.
Yeah.
And then double with the Archive. Draw 8.
Mm-hmm.
Do they? I don't think they have Goggles in their list, do they?
No, they don't. I'm just imagining things I'd like to see happen.
Oh, season's past. It's not even good here. But yeah, that card.
It gets back Pulse, right?
It gets back all 3 of those cards.
Yeah.
Or 4, rather. Even the land. And then they draw an extra card off Visions. And then they discard like 6 cards.
Looks like they're considering Dark Petition. They do have Spell Mastery.
And Dark Petition Confined. Orbs of Warding. Naturalize.
Now, does Fevered Visions target?
I don't think that targets,
I don't think it does. I'm
unfortunately.
looking it up. Each player, no, it does not target. So, unfortunately, Orbs of Warding does not save them from being visioned out. But the Naturalize, that helps.
Actually, yeah, if they had drawn an untapped land for the turn, they would have been able to Orbs instead of Naturalize. Because they would have had 5 mana.
I feel like they're going to be a little bummed out when they pass the turn back and Magic the Amateuring casts a second copy of Fevered Visions.
I'm calling it now, and Magic the Amateuring is going to draw an extra Visions.
No, just the 4th, just the wind. Don't worry, it's just the wind. Oh, there's Sphinx's tutelage.
How many cards? Oh my gosh, they're going to draw 1 million cards this turn. In fact, 40 cards. I don't think the girlfriend bracket's going to be milled out this turn, but it could actually be very close. Yeah, it could honestly be very close. Tormenting Voice, draw 4.
That's true. The Orbs of Warding would at least reduce the damage done by Fevered Visions. That's a good point.
Oh, does it just say source? Or I thought it said creature.
Oh, no, it is creature. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Oh my gosh. And now they're going to draw 2 more cards and mill 2 more tutelage triggers.
4 more tutelage triggers.
Oh, right, because the first one was from the Jordan. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Wait, how many are... I don't even know. They're at 20, so they just milled 14 cards. And then if they play the Visions...
According to Ifro, they need to hit 4 of 16 triggers to just get the whole deck. That seems totally feasible.
It does.
In a terrifying way.
No, it absolutely does.
Seems terrifyingly possible for Magic the Amateuring to just mill out the girlfriend bracket this turn.
Because then Jace can also flashback Tormenting Voice this turn. And that would be 4 more draws.
There's only 16 cards left in Magic the Amateuring's library as well, by the way.
Right. This is what we were talking about, too. We could actually see them mill themselves.
That would... I would be equally amused by that, to be fair. I would love to see the girlfriend bracket win this game on the back of Magic the Amateuring milling themselves out. I think that'd be hilarious.
Oh, they scared. Oh, they're still going to play the Visions.
Yeah, I think they have to win on damage now, because the mill plan revolves around them drawing cards.
They do have enough With this attack and then 3 Fiery Tempers in their hand, they can just burn them out next turn.
That's true.
All right, 21 cards left. 2 tutelage triggers, so we're going to mill at least 4 here.
Oh boy.
First one hits 2. Second one hits 2. Okay, so no whammies.
And MTA has to discard several cards.
Random irrelevant cards here. Jorian.
Jorian's legendary. Don't need another Jorian.
Oh, they had another tutelage hiding out over there.
Oh, no. The discarded Fiery Temper without being able to cast it.
Eek! Why? What have you done?
They had enough temper in hand.
So angry. All right, another Nissa Vastwood Seer from the girlfriend bracket, and
looks like they're going to play 2 Eternal Witnesses in an overcoat.
Okay, maybe they can return a Duress and steal something. They really wanted to hit a Naturalize there, I think, or another land for Naturalize.
Didn't they already cast the natural? Oh, you mean so they could Seasons Past and then Naturalize again?
Oh, I meant Green Warden and Naturalize again. But either way,
oh, yeah,
they could Seasons Past or Green Warden, yeah.
Right.
Oh, there's the Orbs of Warding. I think it might be a bit too late for this.
Yeah, well, I mean, as we said, Vision's not targeting.
7 life they go. And actually, that should just be enough. Double Fiery Temper and a Jace Flashback. Should do the trick. But it looks like they might go for the mill win. Yes. Oh, they have another tutelage, right. Okay, so this just makes it super easy.
Oh, okay, so they're going to cast the second tutelage and then the Tormenting Voice.
Yeah.
To go for the most demoralizing win possible.
So they're going to draw a card off the Jorian trigger.
Yeah.
Which is going to mill twice. Oh, sorry, mill 4 times. Because they're actually drawing 2 cards from the archive. Yeah.
Yeah, here comes the Tormenting Voice. I assume they're going to pitch. Oh, of course, they're pitching. Oh, they were considering Just the Wind again for the full, all 4 Just the Wind Rubbins, but.
Got so triggered. Seems like Magic the Amateuring's, like, flavor-wise is like screwing with your head. We have Fiery Temper, we have Tormenting Voice, we have Fevered Visions, you know, there's just...
Well, I can't imagine the girlfriend bracket's feeling super mentally happy right now.
Not after these 8 triggers.
Yeah. How many?
They only have like 5 cards, so.
Oof.
All right, Upkeep, Makeshift Mannequin, Laboratory Maniac, draw, win.
I like the way you think.
Found the line. All right, so it looks like Magic the Amateuring is going to take the match 2-0 here versus the girlfriend bracket.
Wowie caboodles, Kenji.
All they need to do is pass the turn, but can they just burn them out even? No, they don't have enough discard outlets.
They could have discarded one of the tempers to the Tormenting Voice.
Mm-hmm. They're slow rolling. Just pass the turn.
End them.
End this torment.
Finish it.
Still had all these. All right.
Wow. Oh my
that's
God,
right.
no.
They draw an extra card off the visions at the end of turn, so now they need to stack all these triggers.
Oh no.
To note, they had only 5 cards left in their library after this was all said and done.
Stop. They're already dead.
Oh, they had enough discard outlets. If they had just kept the other Fiery Temper in their hand,
Yeah.
they would have discarded at a turn, but
Woof.
we go to draw step, and the girlfriend bracket is going to lose the match 0-2 to Magic the Amateuring. Alhammarret's Archive versus the Gitrog Monster.
Yeah.
I actually had no idea how that match was going to turn out. But,
none either. That was a stellar showing for MTA there.
Draw all your Just the Wins versus some big fatties, and it's good.
Yeah. Rough. I mean, when you see nearly your entire deck, I guess you're going to draw most of the relevant cards.
Anyways, if you want
So,
to take a look here at the bracket again. We just finished the girlfriend bracket versus Magic the Amateuring. Match number 2. We have 3 more matches. Next up is going to be the Professor with taking a test you did not study for in your underwear.
and what was his card?
I don't remember, but he's
A recurring nightmare, of course.
that's not standard.
What persistent nightmare. Persistent
startled awake.
nightmare.
Startled awake.
Startled awake. Persistent nightmare.
I was gonna say recurring nightmare. How does that even work? Okay.
Startled
Versus
awake.
Paul Daddy Chi on Life on the Grind. Do you know what Paul's on? Zada. Oh, Hedron.
Zada.
Oh, so that should be a sweet one. Do not go anywhere, folks.
Be ground, yeah.
We will be back for round 3 of the Community Super League with the Professor versus Paul Chion. For Graham Stark of Loading Ready Run, I'm Kenji Higashira. Don't go anywhere.
Qualify for the next